Hey, today is my 7-year anniversary. It was 2007, August 12th. Today is 2014, August 12th. But somebody invited me into a deal that helped me fix a lot of problems and helped me help other people fix a lot of problems. When I was first invited, I actually said no. And it wasn't until a full 3 months, a solid 3 months after I was first invited, where I finally said, okay, I'm in. What do I got to do? And there's two main reasons for it, and it's the home-based business arena, by the way, but there's two main reasons why. And just listen, hear me out for a couple of minutes. You might find this has more to do with what might be going on in your life than you think. And if it helps you make a major breakthrough that moves you forward, awesome. I'd love to hear about it, but I'll keep this short. So two main things that prevented me from getting into the home business arena in my brain, and why it took a full 3 months. So I realized that I wasn't made to feel weird or to feel stupid or to feel bad in any way, shape, or form when I said no originally. I just wasn't. And most other people in this arena, they tend to, it's like they start to try to twist your arm and to make you feel like you're inferior if you're not ready on their timetable. And it's a major turnoff. And I know you know what I'm talking about. At this day and age, all of us have been approached over and over and over again through various means, and it's all pretty similar and it's pretty bad. I mean, it's really bad. So that was one reason. I was actually honored and respected and wasn't made to feel weird or stupid. The other reason is because this may be more practical, I don't know, or more logical, but I had no income coming in whatsoever, not even unemployment. I mean, I really had nothing coming in. So I was like, this is a pretty good reason that maybe I should put this off, because it requires a financial investment like any business does, and I have no income coming in. So 3 months went by, and between being not made to feel weird or stupid for not getting in, and the fact that I was like broke and I had nothing else going for me, I just finally turned that perfect reason not to get in into a perfect reason. Well, I'm totally broke and I have no income, I should probably get started. So I actually started with $240, and none of it was my own money. I had a credit card. I didn't really have too much of an option there. So the credit card is one of the most powerful things in the world as a form of leverage to get more, to have more, and all that sort of stuff. But as you all know, a credit card can also work the other way too. And depending on the person, it can totally wipe a person out, or it can really help somebody get out of a tough situation and create wealth and freedom of time, so you can spend your time how you want eventually. But to stay on point, that's how I got started. And those are two big reasons why I finally decided to get started after saying no for 3 months. And it's made a big difference. Since then, I'm able to, well, 2.5 years into it, I called off the job search. I never did find work again. And I'm looking back, I'm really happy about that, because it kept me motivated on a daily basis to make this thing work. So I called off the job search, financially free, independent, secure. I can spend my time how I want and with the people I care about most, and create experiences with people who I choose when I choose, and so on and so forth. I get to focus on that instead of focusing on how the bills are going to be paid, how I'm going to be covered financially to live, and all this other stuff. I get to focus on actually just being with the people that I care about the most, and having these awesome experiences, and traveling, and everything else that I love to do. And I get to do a lot more philanthropy too. Hello, generous people out there. So a few months after I was finally free and independent and secure and all those beautiful things, I bought a house in cash. I was originally going to just put a down payment like everyone else does, but my income kept going up so fast, at such a fast rate. I'm like, skip putting down a down payment. I'm going to buy this sucker outright, 100% cash purchase. The title company people were just all scatterbrained. It had been a long time since somebody had done that, and they just didn't have the paperwork ready. It was kind of funny to watch them scramble, but they eventually got their act together, and I just, cut them a check, a check for the whole house. Now, when you don't have a mortgage, imagine not having a mortgage or rent. Do you know how much money that frees up? I mean, that's huge. That in itself is pretty awesome. But then sometime after that, I decided, I'm going to get into the whole real estate thing, but it's going to be a bit different than what most people think of about real estate. All I do with real estate is I buy up these multifamily homes and make them like new, clean, quality, just awesome, beautiful places to live. And I rent them out to lower income families who can afford it without going broke. So all these lower income families now have these awesome places to live that they can afford without going broke. And get this, all the cash flow generated from those properties, I 100% roll all of it back over into that business to keep buying up more multifamily homes. So that's a pretty awesome thing to be able to do that. I don't need that money because I've got, other sources of income coming in from that home-based business that I signed up for. But, if something were to go belly up, at least I got a fallback for, my security. People have a job because they want security, and this is 100,000 times more secure than having a job, that's for sure. But that's another video for another day. But so I get to roll all that money back over into buying up more multifamily buildings. I don't flip. I'm not a flipper. I don't want to have the capital gains because there's always a loser in that, and I'd rather be in win-win scenarios. So everybody wins. It's just an awesome, beautiful thing. And, there's a lot of other projects I'm doing too, and I like to travel a lot and things like that. I found my birth family this past year. How cool is that? I found my birth family. I'd always wanted to know about them, and I finally found them at 35 years of age. I'm 37 now, and they live long distance. They live in Loveland, Colorado. I'm in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and I get to go out there and fly back and forth as often as I want, spend time and build these. I've got cousins and aunts and uncles. I even have a living grandparent again. That's pretty neat. And I don't have to worry about where the money is going to come from to fund all these things. It's just the most awesome, beautiful thing in the world. And I don't know what's going on in your life and where you want to be and where you're at now and what the contrast is between the two. But no matter where you're at, if you're broke, if you have no income, if you're paycheck to paycheck, if you're a little worse, a little better, there's a way. You just got to construct it. I know, I've been told by some people, well, Tom, I don't have a credit card and I have no money. And I'm like, so what? You got something going for you that I didn't have, and I had something going for me that you didn't have. So we're all in unique places. We've all got certain tools and resources available to us. You just gotta be resourceful with what you already have. You don't need more. Don't let anybody tell you that you need more money or more time or more this or that in order for you to be successful. All you need is to be more resourceful with what you already have. So the more just goes to resourcefulness, not more resources, just more resourcefulness. Be trusted with what you already have, with where life has already planted you, and you will have more. That is the promise of promotion. It's a universal law. The best thing about it is that it is not my opinion. It's not my opinion at all. It is grounded in universal law that I really don't have any control over, nor do you, but you can learn about it, learn how it works. And it's in concept, it's pretty simple. You just learn to be trusted with the little things, and you'll be given more. Be faithful with what you have now, and you'll have more. If it means a credit card, if it means something else, you got to figure that out and start asking those questions instead of making statements. I've seen this over the past 7 years. People who remain where they are, the same problems year after year, are the people that are making statements. People making statements, just telling it how it is and justifying why they are at where they are at, and they stay where they're at. The people, and there's not very many people that do this, but the people that break out of those circumstances and graduate to new, maybe higher quality problems year after year, the ones making the major breakthroughs and having the success, those are the people that are actually questioning the status quo. They're constructing a way. Even if they have no idea how they're going to get to the finish line, they're at least getting started, taking actions and constructing a way and figuring it out. It's completely awesome. Instead of making statements, they're asking questions like, how can I achieve this? How can I come up with the money? What has to change inside of me so that I can start to get what I need to get what I want? That kind of stuff. When you start changing the language inside of your own brain, which is where it starts, you can actually open up your mind to a rich and creative mindset versus a very poor and lazy mindset that just says, well, I'm overweight because I'm a pig, or something like that. Or I'm broke because I suck with money. Or I'm broke because somebody broke a promise to me. Well, those are non-serving statements, and they will keep you where you're at. I'm telling you. And a lot of people blow off that kind of knowledge that I just shared with you, and they are the ones that remain stuck. So the proof is in the pudding. Pay attention to what the few people are doing who are making the breakthroughs. And these are people you will find more often than not, they actually had more hardships than you who are out there making statements and justifying where you're at. And they did it. So you can do it too. That's what I'm trying to say here. You can do it too. And that's the message I want to get off and out there into the world on my anniversary date, 7 years. because I want to make this more about you than me. And, truthfully, I created all this success for myself by helping other people create success for themselves. And I think that is the most beautiful way to harmoniously create success. Remember, it's not capital gains where there's a winner and a loser. It's creating a passive cash flow, which only has winners. Winners, 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 winners. It's pretty awesome. So, by the way, if you do happen to be in that situation where you don't have a lot of money or you're totally broke, and you're wondering if you need money to make money, that's total BS. I didn't use my own money. Whether it's a credit card or something else, there's a way for you. Go to my website, tomberkemeyer.com. I actually started a list back when I had no income of 31 ways to raise money now, even without having any money. I've tried and proven most of the 31 myself, and the few that I haven't tried personally, other people have, and I've tried and proven it, so the proof is in the pudding. Just go to my website, tomberkemeyer.com. You'll see it where you can get the list of 31 ways. And you will also see my other social media. Subscribe to my YouTube and connect with me on social media and things like that. I know a lot of stuff that I've learned that I've put to practice and I've used in the real world and gotten it to work and created all the success. I know a lot of stuff. And just cherry pick whatever makes sense for you. If even just one thing I share with you helps you in some way from any of my videos or any of my blogs or any of my content that I put out there, Facebook status messages, whatever, even if just one thing helps you out a little bit, I would love to hear about it because it would just be completely awesome. And then as you share those with other people, I hope that you do, because it really does serve a purpose to lift other people up and give them hope. But as you share your own success with other people, make sure that you share the challenges that you had to overcome, the obstacles, the pain, the suffering, maybe some mistakes that you made. Share all that stuff, because that is how you got to a successful point or a place in your life. And if you haven't got there yet, future successes, that's how you're going to get there. All those seemingly negative things, those are all just points of leverage for you to leverage to get the emotional strength, the skills, the knowledge, the motivation, the whatever that you need to be able to get what you want. So share all that stuff when you share your success. That's how people maybe in a similar situation are going to be like, wow, that guy or that girl was in a similar situation as me, maybe even worse. And this is how they did it. They found a way. I think I can do it too. And now you took somebody who was hopeless to having hope and then creating success for themselves too. And people that do not share the hardships along with their successes, they actually do a pretty extreme disservice to everybody else, because then more people are going to be more likely to say, well, that dude was, had a silver spoon in his mouth that he was born with. Of course he's a success. He didn't suffer pain a day in his life like I do. So I'm just on the wrong side of the tracks. And then they stay where they're at because you didn't share the hardships you had to overcome to get to where you are as a success. So remember to share that with people. And then you can have a part with lifting other people up and creating massive amounts of success that has really a tidal wave effect over other people. And that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. So this concludes my special 7-year anniversary video. You can see I'm pretty well relaxed, and life is really peaceful when you swap out all the stress of not having any money and worrying about how you're going to live and not be homeless and things like that. Life is a lot more peaceful when you're free and you're secure, and you can spend your time how you wish, creating those new memories and those new experiences with the people that you love the most, and not be focused on money. It's kind of funny. It's like when you don't have enough money to be able to just afford to live and maybe fund to some dreams that you have, the focus, it becomes about the money. And then once you have enough of it, especially the passive kind, passive means it's pouring in regardless of your involvement. That's freedom, which doesn't exist at a job, by the way. Just want to make sure you know that. But when you're free and you have passive cash coming in, just pouring in, whether you work or you don't work, that's freedom. And at that point, that's when there is no focus on money whatsoever. And you can finally take your focus off of money and put it where your human spirit is going to thrive and soar and become strong and just do really awesome things that you're just so happy about and completely joyous and delirious with joy, as they say, all those kinds of things. So that really is, in my opinion, the way to take the best way to take focus off of money and put it on things that bring you joy and happiness and peace and all those things, is to create that glorious passive residual income. And if you want to know more about that, just connect with me privately on social media, and I'll point you to some resources. And then you'll at least be on that pathway to finding something that makes sense for you. And how great would that be? Put a new spring in your step in the morning when you get out of bed. Take care, everyone. I'll hear from some of you soon. And to the rest of you out there, I hope that you got some kind of value from this, even if you never ever watch another one of my videos ever again. But hopefully I'll see you again sometime soon. Take care. Bye for now.